Let me start by saying this, ladies and gentlemen, that we are living in a country whereby if we are not very careful, we might end up like Haiti, because the direction that the government is taking as Kenyans, the mistake that this government has done is by giving these people attention, and I think this is what they were looking for.
College, we are taught, tulifunzwa hii bunduki ni ya kuprotect life ya mwananchi, ni ya kuprotect Mkenya, si ya kuua mtoto, si ya kuua mtoto wa 17 years, si ya kuua mtoto wa 12 years vile Ruto anatumia polisi kufanya. So this is a message to all the uniformed officers out there. You are given this weapon to protect, not to kill. Yeah.
I'm talking about Patrick Osoi, Kop Shakur, and also Hiram Kimathi. Those are ex-military men, ex-forces. They are from the forces. They are retired, I think. Either maybe some of them was resigned, or maybe some just retired. And one thing I believe, or maybe I'm thinking of, is that these guys were really looking for attention. They were really seeking for it. They wanted Kenyans to know that they exist. They really wanted this thing to happen, to go, and in fact it has gone just exactly the way they wanted. Imagine someone will come publicly and tell and say that any police officer, I watched was it Kop Shakur who was talking on was it Kop Shakur or Hiram or Kimathi, that any police officer who will come to arrest him lazima fikirie mara mbili. And imagine he's saying that na ogopi chochote, and then kidogo anakamatwa. So these are the kind of things that these people wanted. They really wanted that. They were really seeking for that attention. Unaona? So I've been asking myself, but before I tell you what I've been asking myself, let me just take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. What you're doing in this channel, I really appreciate you guys. Your subscription, you're watching every now and then, you're coming back. Those who are coming for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, because sometimes we watch the video up to the end and then we forget to subscribe. So I just request you that you can subscribe, so that any moment there is a video that I have uploaded, it will be very easy for you to get it. And also, if maybe you're willing maybe to drop me a cup of coffee, that is the number on the screen. You can as well use that number, and I will really appreciate. Thank you very much for those who have already done that. I've received yours. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. May God bless you sana sana sana, na mbarikiwe. Now, I want to ask this question. Assuming that right now, these guys wamepata ile attention yenye ulikuwa natafuta. Now assume that we have a lot of military men. Tuko na watu wengi sana. Some people are in this government, but okay, wanafanya kazi kama polisi, but wanaomba tu kama wanaweza pata nafasi ya kutoka. But they can't, because they didn't know where to start, or maybe where to go to. But now imagine that right now venye watu watatu wadijitokeza na wakasema kwamba they are against the government, and they welcome anybody who ametoka kwa military, maybe ametoka kwa forces. They welcome them. So how many people do you think might resign? So assume that 1,000, 10,000, or 100 people from the military, from the KDF, maybe from the Navy, wameamua kuresign na wajoin the force, because hawa ni watu watatu tu wamejitokeza. So my question has been, how many people are out there wenye wanatamani kujiunga na hiki kikundi, na wenye wanaenda kujiunga na hiki kikundi? Because imagine wamekamatwa alafu wameachiliwa. Baada ya kuachiliwa, in fact they are even calling a press. They are calling a press na wanazungumza kwa press.
It is important to note, as a person who has served at the capacity of a special force in this country, I understand the reasons for formation and structures to engage in any war. For a person who has served in the National Intelligence Service of this country, I understand the dynamics of what is being planned. And I want to say this before I start my brief statement today. It is important to note, any leader who has uttered any provocative ones, threatening ones, the likes of Member of Parliament of Tiati, we need to take action. I will record a statement for such utterances, because this country has to be run by the rule of the law. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start my brief statement to the nation as Patrick Osoi VI. Gen Z's millennials chant, Gen X shouts, a nation's clarion call for dignity, justice, and restoration. Enough is enough. Fellow citizens, sons and daughters of this beloved republic, from the valleys of Elgeyo to the Battle of Nairobi, from the shores of Mombasa to the highlands of Nyeri, from the plains of Budarangi to the pastoral patches of Chogyo, from our borders in Mandera to Alale in Pokot, Kenya rises tomorrow, 25th June 2025. We, the youth of Kenya, Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, the boomers, and even the blooming Gen Alphas are not gathering for spectacle, but for solemn, unbreakable stand against a regime and a system that has lost its conscience. We rise to say, enough is enough. We rise to defy the kidnappers of hope, the sodomizers of spirit, the silencers of truth. We rise because the blood of our brothers and sisters cries out, not for vengeance, but for justice. We march not merely with our feet, but with the weight of truth in our hearts, the power of memory in our hearts, and the destiny of our nation upon our shoulders. This is not a riot. This is not a rebellion. This is a resurrection of values, of vision, of voice of people. Let the echo across every village, estate, and slum. Let it be whispered in the corridors of Parliament and gathered through the avenues of State House itself. We are not afraid, for the true power of the Republic does not sit behind guarded gates or in an individual. It lives in the people. It lives in us. We do not march to invade the State House. We march to reclaim the soul of the nation, for the power does not belong to a building. It belongs to the people. We do not march to the State House. We want to do the liberation in the manner that is allowed by our Constitution under Article 1. To our parents, elders, hear our cry, walk with us tomorrow. To our mothers and fathers, whose backs are bowed from years of toil. To Mama Mboga, sweating under the unforgiving sun, yet earning less by the day, join us tomorrow. To the genuine Boda Boda riders, gallant in their hustle, dodging potholes and poverty, walk with us. To the Mitumba vendor, whose humble trade now chokes under the weight of predatory taxation, stand with us tomorrow. To the civil servants, the teachers, the police officers, the military, the nurses, the doctors, the factory workers whose payslip dwindles while political elite dine on your sweat. Tomorrow is your march too.
They are still against the government. You know, where we are in this country, we are heading. You remember the issue of Haiti, the barbecue and his team. That is where we're heading with these also. These Patrick Osoi, Kop Shakur, Iram Kimali. These guys might form a team. These guys might form a group, a militia that is really going to, I don't know. So if you are not very careful in this country, kile ambacho kinafanyika sasa hivi, the time bomb that is being made yenye inatengenezwa saa hii, inaweza piga sana, nobody will prevent it from happening. Another thing, first lady, that is our first lady Rachel ameenda Makueni na ameenda kulaunch borehole.
Tumefika kwa ajili ya uzunduzi ama kuzindua hiyo ahadi ambaye tulifanya siku ya leo, na sisi sote tumeweza kuona kwamba trakta iko hapa na tumeweza kufanya hivyo. Hebu tupigie serikali kuu na serikali ya kaunti makofi kwa ajili ya kazi nzuri. Kwa hivyo watoto, kwa majaliwa ya Mwenyezi Mungu, kwa sababu mnafunga shule leo, wakati niliambiwa kwamba mnafunga shule leo kwa hivyo wakati mtarudi shule mtakuwa na maji. Hebu mwangalie mwenzako na umwambie maji. Kwa Kikamba mnaita maji nini? Ati nini? Teguo. Nimesema vizuri? Kwa hivyo wakati mtarudi tutakuwa na maji. Maji ya kukunywa, maji ya kupikia, maji ya kuoga, maji ya kununuzia katika mimea yetu. Ninaona mko na miti mingi sana, miti ya matunda na miti ingine, kama vile tunafuata ile rais wetu alituambia kwamba tuweze kupanda miti bilioni 15 kufikia mwaka wa 2032. Si ni kweli? Kwa hivyo tumekuja tu kuwaunga mkono na kuwasaidia pia kwa hiyo njia na kwa ajili ya ile ahadi ambayo tuliweza kufanya. Kwa hivyo tumefurahi sana na najua kwamba kila kitu itakuwa sawa. Mambo ya kitchen gardens ambayo tunafanya katika ofisi yangu ni kuhakikisha kwamba tuko na ile tunaita chakula katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Issues of food security is very key in our nation, and that is why in primary schools and in days to come in high schools we are going to be having kitchen gardens. We have gone to several counties, and this is going to be one of the schools that is going to pilot the kitchen garden. And I know it's not because we are not yet doing, but we just want to enhance what you're already doing, what the Ministry of Agriculture is doing, to make sure that we have food security, so that that meal that you take children, I've just passed your kitchen, and I can see they're preparing maize and beans for you. So that once in a while, instead of just having the maize and beans, at least you can have vegetables, so that you have carbohydrates, you have proteins, and you have vitamins, because that is what we need to be able to have a nutritious meal. Nutrition is very important, and we have to have a balanced diet. So today we are grateful, and we know that God willing, we are going to heat fresh water, as I said in the holding room there, that we will heat fresh, clean water, which will be drunk by the community and the children.
So I've been asking myself this question. Umeenda kulaunch borehole, atukatai. Hiyo pesa yenye umetumia fuel, hizo magari zote zenye imeenda huko, fuel borehole imagine ni moja. You've gone to launch one single borehole in a place that need several boreholes, or people needs water. In fact Makueni, Kitui, hizo areas zinahitaji maji sana. So you've just gone to launch one borehole. Just launching one borehole. Hiyo pesa mbona isipelekwe mashule? Okay, let me withdraw the issue of mashule. Mbona usijaribu wajenge, watengeneze boreholes mingi? Ama wewe pia umeingia kwa hii narrative ya William Ruto ya tunaenda kufanya, and then mkishafika pale mnadanganya watu mnafanya, and then the tingatingas withdraw. After all guys, that's just my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me also know what to think in the comment section, but don't forget to drop me a comment and tell me what to think and where exactly you're watching this video from. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Boniface. Bingo.